Hey guys, I'm gonna have two reviews for you today, or within like the next half an hour, or within a half an hour of each other, except it's gonna be split up into two parts. So, first off, is the next video that I said I was going to do, which is a review of The Last Command. Um, I had a list of things to talk about, but I left that list at work on the computer and it was an accident. So there's a poor unfortunate soul that that it probably looked at this Word doc and went, "What?" and then closed it. So yeah. This is gonna be a spoiler review. There will be spoilers all throughout this review. Don't watch it if you don't want spoilers. I'm just telling you now. Uh, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about that just in the story in general, like even like analyzing the name of the book, even. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go off of memory of what I want to talk about, and the first thing I want to talk about is Thrawn's death. It's like 5 pages before the end of the book. I can't talk, guys. I can't clear my throat either because that'd be gross, and I'll just whatever. Um, Thrawn's death, it really makes me kind of mad, but at the same time, sorry, moving. At the same time, it's so poetically done in a way. I guess I wasn't expecting it. In fact, I completely skipped. Like I skimmed. I read it. I know I read it, but um, I was like, oh, I thought Thrawn died, and then it was like Thrawn's dead, and I was like, wait, what? So I had to go back and read it, and I was like, oh, it's one of those deaths that you think that should have been more drawn out and have more impact on you when it really doesn't, and it really just kind of made me mad because it was just like, I'll just read it. Hold on, let me find it first. Whoa, that was this. Oh, read it, Captain. Thrawn said, his voice steadily quiet. Decrypt is coming in now, sir, Pelion said, tapping the board impatiently as the message slowly began to come up. It was exactly as he'd feared. The mountain is under attack, sir, he told Thrawn. Two different forces of natives, plus some rebel saboteurs. He broke off, frowning in disbelief, and a group of Nogri. He never got to read any more of the report. Abruptly, a gray-skinned hand slashed out of nowhere, catching him across the throat. He gagged, falling limply in his chair, his whole body instantly paralyzed. For the treachery of the Empire against the Nogri people, Rook's voice said quietly from beside him as he gasped for breath. We were betrayed. We have been revenged. There was a whisper of movement and he was gone. Still gasping, struggling against the inertia of his stunned muscles, Pelion fought to get a hand up to his command board. With a final effort, he made it, trying twice before he was able to hit the emergency alert. And as the wailing of the alarm cut through the noise of the Star Destroyer at battle, he finally managed to turn his head. Thrawn was sitting upright in his chair, his voice strangely calm. In the middle of his chest, a dark red stain was spreading across the spotless white of his Grand Admiral's uniform. Glittering in the center of the stain was the tip of Rook's assassin's knife. Thrawn caught his eye, and to Pelion's astonishment, the Grand Admiral smiled. But, he whispered, it was so artistically done. Yeah. That's Thrawn's death. It made me mad, and I think that Zahn could have done more, and it's definitely something that I've read 3 times now, and I'm just like, wow. So there's that aspect. I've heard that he's not actually dead. I'm assuming they're talking about the Hand of Thrawn duology, which I will be going home to get this weekend. So there's that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is just in the aspect of Thrawn's death is the Nogri in general. One, have you pause this video and go to Wikipedia and look up a picture of a Nogri, and they're terrifying. They are honestly terrifying. Like I don't even know. I showed them to my mom, and my mom was like, what is it? And I imagined them completely different, actually, and I didn't expect them to be so terrifying. I expected them to be skinny and short and blue. That's how I described them. Or that's how I pictured them, rather. Not scary looking, but whatever, works. So, there's that. I think what Zahn did with the Nogri was very well done. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting Thrawn to be killed like that. I was expecting either Luke to kill him or Sabath to kill him. I will be perfectly honest. I did not expect Rook to kill him. I'm just honest. And so I really think that the whole Lady Vader thing was really well done, in my opinion. It works. There is a complete reason as to why that they would listen to Leia, and it works in the end. So, there's that. Okay, another thing I want to talk about. I'm just going to briefly talk about Jaina and Jason's birth. It was really kind of described really weird. Like, Leia has like a forced connection with the babies, which is understandable because Jedi and whatever. But like when she's in labor, I don't really. I'm not gonna go and find it because reading it is really kind of weird. I was just like, so. And also, how old are Jaina and Jason by the end of this book? Like a couple weeks, maybe a couple days, maybe a month or 2. Han and Leia just kind of abandoned their kids with Winter, which, I mean, obviously Princess Leia and Captain Han Solo are going to be in the middle of the war, but I think that they would have more regard for their children, in my opinion. They just kind of leave them with Winter, and I don't know, it just feels like a cop-out. And when Han and Leia are, well, Luke and Mara are fighting Sabath, and then Han and Leia and Card are in the same room, and stuff is happening, and Han calms Lando and says, "Get out of here. If Leia and I don't make it, you need to make sure that someone is there to take care of Jaina and Jason besides Winter." And my heart kind of just broke because I was honestly not expecting that at all. I was just like, oh. Because, I mean, I guess that's the reality they were facing, that when they go off in the battle, that's the reality that they're facing, that they're leaving their 2 children and later 3 children, and they could die at any moment. I don't know. It just kind of made me sad. So there was that. Also, now I'm going to talk about Mara, because Mara is still one of my favorite characters ever. And The book is obviously called The Last Command. And in a way, or in a lot of ways, I believe that The Last Command is referring to Palpatine's last command for Mara. And his last command is to kill Luke Skywalker. Well, she does basically succeed in that because there's a clone Luke. I don't know if it's common knowledge by now, but there's a clone Luke in this book, and I was expecting that. I was actually expecting a clone Palpatine, but maybe that's in the Han of Thrawn, the Hand of Thrawn duology. There's the clone of Luke is kind of like a cop out, in my opinion, just to get Mara to be good or whatever. So that's how I kind of see it, but at the same time, it works. It really does work. It works well. She kills the clone Luke. It's Luke with 2 U's instead of 1, so Luke. And I guess that works for The Last Command because she's like, oh, and then she was free. And if my Luke and Mara ship had not already set sail in like 2004, it would have set sail in this trilogy. I'm going to be honest. If I did not know the spoilers that I know, and if I was completely oblivious to the expanded universe as a whole, I would definitely want Luke and Mara to be together. So, and I think that Zahn is doing that on purpose because they play off each other extrememely well. Like when Luke is teaching Mara to do Force stuff, and it's just kind of cute, even though it's like a couple sentences, and I'm just like imagining him training her, and it just, I don't know, it's cute. I ship it. One thing that I really didn't like, besides the Luke clone, I mean, it's not that I didn't like it, it's just that I felt like it was a cop-out. Again, in this book, there's the point. The blah, blah, blah point. You have a point. It's just point. I don't know how many times that it was said. It really kind of got annoying after a while because it'd be like even like a couple paragraphs between each other, and I would just be like, "You're doing it again. I thought you were getting better, but you're doing it again." So that was like the one thing that bothered me, and I've mentioned that before. It has to just be these books because by the time that, I mean, obviously he didn't do it in Allegiance and Choices of One that I remember. And those are the newest ones that I've read by Zahn. I have Scoundrels. I'm looking at it at my bookshelf right now. I haven't read it yet, but I have it. And so I think it's just him trying to write. Because you gotta understand, in my opinion, that no matter what kind of author you are, you grow as a writer with each book that's published. I would definitely say that books like this, you can tell the evolution of the character, or of the author. Because, like, for instance, one of my favorite authors, Tamora Pierce, she starts with the Song of the Lioness Quartet, and her more recent Tortall books are the Becca Cooper series. And there's a huge difference in the writing style. So I really think that's just what's going on in this book. And really the trilogy as a whole is, he's like the first expanded universe writer, besides the one that wrote Splinter of the Mind's Eye, and then the Han Solo trilogy, and then the Lando Calrissian trilogy adventures, or whatever they're called, which I can't think of their name. Daily. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. So yeah, I expect that he definitely probably grows as a writer by the time that even I keep saying it, the hand of Thrawn duology. So I'm looking forward to reading the Hand of Thrawn duology like a lot. I'm like really, really excited. But I want to look through publication order of what exactly comes after this. Because I mean, just drop my book on my laptop, whatever. Because at the end of The Last Command, you've got a special preview of Truce of Baccarat. So I'm going to have to do some research as to where I should read or what I should read after I'm kind of done. I need another book in this era that follows this era besides the X-Wing series and besides Courtship, which I need to go home and get and bring it back with me. I need something that takes place after this. I don't know. I'll have to go home and look through my book, handy dandy book, where it is, it's over there, and make a list of what I want to bring back with me. And then I'm going to make a video about what I brought back with me because Tumblr knows, but you guys probably don't know what all my books are. So, now I'm getting off the topic of The Last Command, but pretty much going to end this video now because I've run out of things to talk about. So I'll be making another video like now and uploading it shortly after this one, and it will be a review of Young Jedi Knights, which I also finished today. So I will be starting. I finished this, and I will be starting this as soon as I'm done with the videos. So I'll probably be finishing this tomorrow because, sorry, it smells nice. I read these types of books really fast, graphic novels really fast, really, really fast. And so I'll probably have volume 2 and volume 3 done by Wednesday, but I have a paper to write by Wednesday and I have a lab practicum on Tuesday. But after that, I should be fine. Fingers crossed. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Well, you'll see me in my next video. And then after Heirs of the Force, you shall be looking forward to a review of this. And then probably volume 3. I might make them in the same video. I don't know. Okay, and then after that, I have like one more book to read, and it's halfway through October. It's October 6th, and I don't know. We'll see. My October reads might get longer. Okay, so 18-minute video. Okay, bye guys.